so you can. Hopefully you don't hear me breathing every second.
Yeah, it might even be too close.
Yeah,
we'll see.
That's my concern. We'll see what people have to say about that. Before we do any of that.
You might start peaking if you're talking, it's probably fine.
I'm looking at my mic and it looks like I'm just yellow, just below green. Just above green, but below red. Even when I go a little bit louder, right. Like right there, it still doesn't go red, so I should be okay. How does that sound?
Sounds okay to me. I actually have to turn you down a little bit.
Beautiful. I like that. Hopefully everybody else can hear that too. The chat is up 14 channels. Damn. Wow.
Do you have Discord mic up?
Discord mic is up. Desktop share is not. And I need to share it in a second so we can do this.
Any left. News and politics and all the rest. So much to do on the YouTube, so they curate a list for you. Do you want to watch your favorite creator or have a chat on Discord later? Well, you better get hip to Indie Left. Indie Left. IndieLeft.news.
That is the wonderful Ron Placone. Welcome, everybody, to How Did We Miss That from IndieLeft.news. So, Colin, I see in the chat. It's a little quiet so far, but everybody's up. 14 channels live, 14 channels good. We got some hosts tonight. I know Angel Rivera, newest INN member, is going to be hosting on his channels on Twitch and on YouTube. So welcome to Angel's fans, audience, and watchers. Same thing with Uncle Warren, Extra Booyah. He's hosting. I know that our friend Lucy from Blue Moon Red Wine is also hosting. So welcome to the Red Winers. And, of course, Indie News Network hosting. How Did We Miss That is going to be hosted. Of course, you're watching probably on IndependentLeft.news, hopefully somewhere, maybe. I don't know where you're watching, but thank you for watching wherever you are, and I appreciate you tuning in and checking it out, and we do. How Did We Miss That is a show airing on YouTube, Twitch, Facebook, Twitter, and Odyssey every Saturday night at midnight, 9 p.m. Eastern, and midnight Eastern, right? 9 p.m. Pacific. Reviewing a few big stories we haven't seen covered much in leftist independent media, co-hosted by Indy, that's me, founder and the birdie, and editor of IndependentLeft.news and Leftist.today. And that guy who I'm yelling at over there, Reef Breland, he's the creator of the Door Discord, host of the show Reefer After Dark, also an INN member, does all the tech stuff, and now he's giving us a Queens wave, and he's got his on-air light behind him. All the stories you're going to hear tonight were featured in the Substack Leftist.today and at the top of IndependentLeft.news at some point during the week. What else do we have? So we have some shout outs. Thank you. Want to give a shout out to the patrons and the volunteers. Eric Thomas from Ko-fi and now a new moderator for Savvy Sabs. Congratulations on that. That's pretty cool. I heard that she was talking to you about going to the dashboard or looking at something and posting a link, which is cool. We've got Richard, who's the OG patron from back in January. We've got Nikki, Radical Leftist Agenda. She's here in the chat tonight. Hi, Nikki. Thank you so much. Appreciate you. Les Bones, I'm sure he'll be here soon if he's not already, if he was hanging out at Emma's Twitch. And if not, he said he was going to pop over later. There's Eric. Thank you, Eric. Noli D. Love Noli D. Check out her channel as well, INN member. And then we've got Richard M. from Facebook. I actually did send him a DM to let him know that the show would be on. And thank you so much, Richard, for signing up for Patreon last month. Really appreciate that. And, of course, Robin During, Lady Dragonfly, our friend, your friend, Robin's awesome.
Nice.
Appreciate that. And then we got the volunteers, Nicole and Darlene, that post on Facebook and Instagram for us. And Warren, who's hosting War Deer. He also does the clipping on Extra Booyah, for Extra Booyah. He clips this show, and that's one of the new things. I also wanted to, again, give a shout out like we did last week to Alex Davidson for liking every Substack post we put up there. That's really cool. Really appreciate the support, really. It matters to us out there. So I wanted to check this out. We got a new feature this week. We can actually now add chats to show on screen. So there's your thumbs up from Eric. Of course, it doesn't really show it as a thumbs up, but well, we're going to be able to show chats up live on stream, on screen. We got coming out of Twitch. What's up, Les Bones? You just missed a shout out, or maybe you didn't. Follow the Froggy. So we got a lot of stories today. So again, podcast is up to date. I think we're still an episode behind on the podcast. And then I just started a Rumble channel just for the clips for this show. So the individual stories. Oh, hi, Valerie. Welcome. So the individual stories that we do, they make it into our YouTube channel, but they kind of get lost in the daily updates and the streams and everything else that we're putting out, all the content. So decided to try to experiment and put together a channel dedicated just to the clips for this. We're putting that out on Rumble. I'm working on getting the old clips up there from all the previous episodes to isolate that. So when that's ready, I'll drop the link out there to everybody. It's live now, but the only chat, oh, we got a raid on Twitch.
What's up,
Emma,
everyone?
Transmarxist, thank you. Invalid, welcome. Bones, we got.
You guys got no one else better to watch. Appreciate it.
Toku, appreciate that. It's Saturday night, so yeah, probably not. Yeah, we're all just hanging out. So again, I have a ton of stories here set up for tonight. We can diddly doot and go to a thumbnail for our friend the Clipper, and then go to Indie Main and see. Hey, how about that? This is the Substack. Now I want to make sure. Good. We're live there now in the INN YouTube. Sometimes we get a problem where it turns off embedding, and sure enough, it did. Let's turn it back on. Okay. This is the Substack, leftist.today. This is the latest article on there that I just published earlier tonight, that you can actually watch this stream live in here. We're not going to do that because that would be kind of Inception and weird. But, yep. But scroll down. We put an infinite scroll on here. Oh, hey, Puppo. We put an infinite scroll on here. And this was this morning's edition, and you're going to see this video later. We're gonna actually watch that scary stuff. And then we've got Consortium news. I mean, so many articles and videos. Savage Joy's, by the way, doing a show exclusive on Rockfin, and we included an episode last night. I wanted to give a shout out to Savage Joy. Sydney bus driver strike, that was something that we did last week. So we are putting out the clips for How Did We Miss That right through the week on our YouTube every morning at about 8:30. And then if I have a second clip for the day, it's going to go out at about 12:45 or so Eastern time. So that's
Shout out Warren for getting those done.
Yes, thank you again. Shout out to Warren. You know, I'm putting the thumbnails together, but it's so helpful to have him and so supportive to have him doing that, because it's such a pain in the butt to actually do the clipping, and appreciate him doing that for us. Again, everything was found in independentleft.news. This is what independentleft.news looks like right now. Okay, you've got a Matt Stoller article at the top. You've got Left Voice. We've got CommonDreams. We've got the INN Meet the Members latest stream that we did. I actually need to replace that now with the student debt boycott marathon that we did. Other words, left again, popular resistance, Richard Medhurst, Margaret Kimberly videos, and this was actually Sabby, who's starting a new show. Congrats to Sabby on that weekend Sunday night once a month panel. Again, there are dozens and dozens and dozens of articles for you to see from all different sources. We've even got the Discord plugged in to see who's live on Discord in our Discord right now. And there's Big Mad Crab, who we were talking to earlier in the Jimmy Dore Discord. There's Darlene. I'm sure Darlene will pop in and say hi at some point tonight. Right. So again, this is just a bunch of articles, and this refreshes every 12 hours automatically, and then we curate and move stories around twice a day, and then publish a Substack here at Leftist Today that summarize the top 5 articles and top 5 videos, embedding some tweets and some videos, so you can actually watch them again right here in the Substack. You don't even need to leave, but you can actually just click here on the link and you can actually view it in YouTube. So if you're premium, for example, and you're not logged in, you can still go to your YouTube. So I just want to go through that for a couple minutes.
My Substack that we'll put in the description and chat for
yes,
boats, so.
Yes, Reefer After Dark, and for boats smashing into other boats. Yep. Now he's now we're going to be doing a Substack with the links, and you can actually see the videos and the clips and watch it on Reddit and get into it as well. All right, so real quick again, we'll start with this story. Oh God, sorry everybody.
Yeah.
But this story was not really talked about. It's pretty unbelievable, right? I did not really hear too many people. Go ahead.
I saw like one person, and I saw Reddit had picked it up. It got picked up more in the mainstream stuff, I think, a little bit, right? But like maybe for a day, not like I saw like, hey, they might need help rebuilding. I saw Reddit, there's an echo. There you go.
Yeah, I got it.
I saw where like they did like the data of some laser thing that they could use to like see actual debris that was moved, and dude, it like picked up the city. It was like all the way up to like 30,000 feet. It was like ridiculous.
I mean, this tornado. I got to give a special shout out to Andrea Germanos from CommonDreams, who wrote a series of just super powerful articles covering this in detail for CommonDreams. And really, this was the only place I saw coverage this deep about what was going on from an uncorrupted lefty outlet. And WSWS caught it. Reef's audio is way low. All right, let me see if I can fix that.
I can also gain up a little bit. You can fix me in Discord, probably easier.
Okay.
Just user volume. Discord.
Yep, I put you at 150 now. All right, let's see. Tell me if that's any better. Oh, that definitely sounds better here. So this was again. We've lost more than 80 Kentuckians, more than 100 people lost. Ripped through Mayfield. Again, we know about what happened at this candle factory, and we're going to look at the candle factory in a second. Just awful, just absolutely awful. So check that out. Look at, and again, same cover photo, but now you learn about what this was. This was actually a candle factory, if you can believe it or not. All right, this is a bird's eye view. You can see the diggers. This is, the footprint is massive. An aerial view of debris and structural damage at the Mayfield Consumer Products candle factory.
Were there anyone in there like there was at the Amazon facility that had to deal with this tornado as well? Where people straight up died while on shift because they couldn't send them home.
Well, that's pretty much what happened. At least 5 workers said supervisors warned employees that they'd be fired if they left their shifts early.
Fuck you.
If you leave, you are likely to be fired. 20-year-old Elijah Johnson joined other workers in approaching supervisors to request to leave their shifts. If I asked to leave, they told me I'd be fired. Even with weather like this, you're still going to fire me? Yes. Wow.
Jesus.
Beyond horrific, Robert Reich and Storm of the Century, except that the Storm of the Century happens every year now. Okay, CEO of Renegade Candle Company is... Wow. Just no graphics with this post. Just straight from the office.
Yep.
Yeah. And capitalism laid bare is right, Eric Thomas. And, the tornado didn't just hit Kentucky, but what I didn't realize is that this actually went through Kentucky, but it also went through Edwardsville, Illinois. Okay, and I believe St. Louis as well. Yeah, a St. Louis area website warehouse that left at least 6 people dead. Again, Andrea Germanos on all 3 of these articles, just stellar. So appreciate the coverage that she put out, and give CommonDreams a follow for sure. If you can donate to support their organization, they are consistently one of the best publications that I put out there, and they may not be. There's no publication that's 100% right 100% of the time. I disagree with some of their opinions. They regularly platform Norman Solomon and Ralph Nader, who I love. But again, so we've got here, time and again, Amazon puts its bottom line above the lives of its employees, requiring workers to work through such major tornado warning events as this was inexcusable. And I saw a series of tweets a series of texts between a boss and an employee who was just begging, like, I don't want to be here. And they're like, shelter in place. Company says shelter in place. All they could say. So again, this is the president of the RWDSU requiring work. Okay, inexcusable. An outbreak of over 20 devastating tornadoes late Friday tore through multiple states and killed dozens of people affected in Arkansas, Kentucky, Mississippi, Missouri, and Tennessee.
Yeah.
This is unbelievable. The walls on both sides of the building collapsed inward, causing the roof to fall. The 11-inch thick, 40 feet tall walls could not sustain the tornado that hit the building Friday night. I mean, that's an EF3.
Yep.
Okay, one person
it's
was
just crazy. Like, how do you not send these guys home? That's what I want to know.
Well, it comes in quickly, and they don't. The problem is that a company like that is more like a battleship than a race car. So when you need when you need to make a decision so quickly, it's sometimes really difficult to get that person quickly enough to make it in time. And it's eesh.
I mean, but when you're having tornado warnings, shut down the plant for a day. Like, you know.
Yes.
Anyway.
Yes, they absolutely should do that. I agree with you 100%. We've got something going on here in the chat. Again, this is what the storm looked like. YouTube Barbara Reeves. I don't know who that is.
Yeah. But anyway,
remove that.
So yeah, that entire area would have had to, like, okay.
As some observers pointed out, Amazon previously failed to close warehouses in face of extreme weather events. Right. Shelter in place. Guy needs a shelter. That's in his car. The car's going to get lifted right up by the storm. It's unbelievable. Okay. Sorry, but thoughts and prayers from Amazon CEO. This was a killer tweet. Again, blue check Brian Kahn. This is the 3rd time in 6 months Amazon workers have been working in the path of deadly weather. Record-smashing heat in the PNW. Ida floods in New York City. Last night's tornadoes were well forecast. I was almost about to say tomatoes, and that's a whole different kind of storm. And not a joking matter where you've got 6 people who were at work.
Yeah.
I mean, like,
people's lives on the line. Like, yeah, you can't do that nonsense. Like,
for efficiency. I mean, wow. Oh boy, Uncle Warren has entered the building.
Nice.
Okie doke. Diddly doo. That's the end of segment 1, and that is the end of depressing segment 1. I also, so I wanted to talk a little bit about, and before we do, let me go back here. And even though it's CNN, which I hate, and I can't stand giving amplification, I will give them credit that between them and Reuters, they did list the where's Warren? Here we go. Bump up Reese audio again. You got it. Okay.
I just did it, and I can also do this.
Nice.
So,
Oh, that's much better. So I'm going to say the names: DeAndre Morrow, Kevin Dickey, Clayton Lincope.
Can you understand the words that are coming out my mouth?
Etheria Heb.
Yes. Cool.
Larry Verdon. Austin McEwen. Rest in peace. Rest in power. Thank.
It just pisses me off that we didn't have to do that like that. Anyway, it just sucks. Like, fuck Amazon.
Saddened at the loss of life at the facility and beyond. Like,
oh, of course. Until they want him to come back to work, and I would not show back up.
They had been directed to shelter in bathrooms by Amazon managers after receiving emergency alerts on mobile phones from local authorities. The first warning was issued 40 minutes before the tornado hit.
And I'm sure they weren't like, were they? Did they even count as shelter? That's the thing, right? Like, if you're not rated for that tornado, like,
well, especially if the walls don't hold up the damn ceiling.
Yeah, exactly.
What's good is sitting in the bathroom if there aren't walls.
Yeah.
150 yards of the building collapsed after the tornado touched down.
150 yards. That's a football field and a half, people. Like,
that's exactly the analogy I was going to see. So you took that out of my mouth. So again, credit to CNN, I have to say, and Reuters on that for giving the details. All right, so that was a little rough. Now
more roughness, cool.
A little bit of roughness. Rare midnight sighting. Do I got transition? Yeah, we're back. We're just on Bird and Reef now, and we're hanging out, just you and me. Yes,
nice.
Warren, it is knocking butts to be in a tornado. I can't even.
Tub and cover up with a mattress or a shit ton of pillows. Yeah, because those pillows are gonna. That's like when they had like, you get onto the desk and kiss your ass because that nuclear bomb's gonna be stopped by that 2-inch piece of like MDF. Like what? Anyway.
Nice. Okay,
ridiculous.
So we're gonna go back. We're gonna talk about what's been happening with Julian Assange. I got shocked last Friday night while we were doing the show and seeing that they had announced he had suffered a stroke, on October 27th during the High Court hearing.
Right.
And this is a legal question that Joe Lauria for Consortium News asks, which is a completely valid question about whether they knew, if they knew, would it have made a difference? Why it took so long for them to make any kind of an announcement about this is still something that I have. It's just I struggle with this because it's just they're torturing this guy and we all know it and we see what they're doing and free this man, get this man out of jail. He's a publisher. Whoa, what just happened? I hit the wrong button. Whoa. Okay.
Whoa, button masher.
Hey now. Okay.
Well, I mean, I know I put a tweet out recently about, look, the dude's fucking put out truth the last fucking, every time. Hasn't had to rescind shit over and over. So
when did the High Court know? Yeah, here. It's not clear when the High Court judges learned of his deterioration. Again, would it have mattered? Burnett's remark was on the High Court in the Assange case. Okay. Also, when the court overturned Lori Love's extradition, and that was one of the cases that we were hoping. So the court ruled against extraditing Love and for extraditing Assange. Why? Yeah. We are all Assange, and that's the problem. And again, here is the Burnett ruling overturning that said. Jimmy Lewis, somebody said James Lewis QC, argued ironically on the day of the stroke that the Love case was not precedent for Assange because Love had suffered from physical ailments where Assange had not. and now suffering from a stroke that also is no longer the case or valid. So at that point, Burnett interrupted QC Fitzgerald from the bench. It's a completely different case, according to SBS Mary Kostakidis, who viewed the appeal hearing via video link. Burnett said Love was different because he had physical ailment, namely eczema. Free Julian Assange. And, again, I want to hear his voice. I want to hear it from him. I want to hear what he sounds like. I want, the world needs to hear directly from him.
Yep.
And hopefully one day we'll get to see that. Another story and another angle about the Assange story that I don't think a lot of people caught was that there actually has been movement in the Australian government. So you've got now somebody somewhat high up, at least, whether it's a shadow or a misdirection or something where he's running for something and it's politicizing it in order to win some points somewhere. But this has got to be looked at some kind of a positive sign that Australia's deputy prime minister has come to the defense of WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange, calling on the UK not to extradite him. Barnaby Joyce, who's at least brave enough to stand up to everyone in his government to know that what he's going to say is going to be unpopular in the Five Eyes of the world.
Yep. Why not Six Eyes?
Well, because we don't want a sixth eye. Believe me, Five Eyes is enough to
Five Eyes is enough.
Five Eyes is enough. Okay, and that is the treaty.
You probably got four-eyed.
Well, I've been called Four Eyes plenty, but this is the unilateral spying agreement that we have among all the major English-speaking countries. But so again, this is from the Independent. As an individual, whether you like him or despise him, it is beyond him, given his circumstances, to protect his rights by himself. So we must hope for the British courts to do so, God willing, which we know they're not going to do, and we will judge its society accordingly. And that means fuck all to the people, the prosecutors, and to and to the judges for sure, because we now know that one of the judges
I would not like him. He's that asshole.
Yeah. So to look at it clearly, you must leave your uninformed preconceptions at the door of this high color sideshow. You must also set aside the grave issues. Right. I mean, and he spent the last 2 years in Belmarsh.
Which is them just trying to fucking prep everyone in that sentence.
Right. And Stella, over the weekend, accused UK authorities of playing the role of executioner after Mr. Assange suffered a mini stroke in prison. And that's what they're announcing it as. And again, it was Stella that made that announcement. I didn't hear it confirmed by any prison doctors or any prison officials or anyone else on his team. Not again. It's again, not that there's any doubt about it or anything, but just wow. And then, of course, Chris Hedges, and I know this was covered by a few people in ScheerPost, and let me blow this up so that people can read it a little bit better. Okay. And I just wanted to go to the very first paragraph, which is so powerful, where he actually says, "Let us name Assange's executioners." And I believe he did this in the streets also. And
on the streets,
so powerful, and I love this man so much. Joe Biden, Boris Johnson, Scott Morrison, Theresa May, Lenin Moreno, Donald Trump, Barack Obama, Mike Pompeo, Hillary Clinton, Lord Chief Justice Ian Burnett, and Justice Timothy Victor Holroyd. Crown prosecutors James Lewis, Claire Dobbin, and Joel Smith, District Judge Vanessa Baritzer, Assistant U.S. Attorney in the Eastern District of Virginia Gordon Kromberg, William Burns, the Director of the CIA, Ken McCallum, the Director of the UK Security Service, or MI5. But also, let's not leave out Merrick Garland, Attorney General of the United States, that is continuing to pursue this as well.
Yep. And all the congressional assholes who will say nothing.
This is again
Physical
Chris
and
Hedges.
psychological. When did he write this? Was this before or after?
This was written on December 13th. So this was after we knew that he had suffered. Yeah, again, who suffered a stroke during court proceedings. And I know he had done a stream with Richard Wolff, I believe, just beforehand. So what they recorded was before he had that knowledge. He committed Empire's greatest sin. He exposed it as a criminal enterprise. He documented its law. Again, I can't do justice to Chris Hedges. Yeah. All I can say is go read this article. It's lengthy and it's worth reading. And he's just a friggin' treasure.
Pulitzer Prize winning. Yeah.
He's just a friggin' treasure, and I adore this man, and maybe one of these days we'll actually get a chance to.
Tremendous personal cost warned us. He gave us the truth. The ruling caste is crucifying him for this truth. With his crucifixion, the dim lights of our democracy go dark. Hopefully, he comes back after 3 days, but, that's just me.
Yeah, that's all of us. And then I also wanted to give a shout out to Low Key, okay, for the Watchdog podcast on Mint Press News. Again, this is the kind of coverage that we should be getting from corporate media about Assange, where you've got different outlets covering different angles, and this is about specifically how the corporate media has manufactured contempt in general public sentiment, at least in the United States and globally. I again recommend everyone listen to this 48-minute podcast from Low Key, okay, who recounts. He's got two individuals who've been closely monitoring, Pablo Navarrete and John McAvoy. And you can read their credentials here. Founder of Alborada magazine, an outlet concentrating on Latin American politics. John's an investigative journalist, right? Thank you, sir. Okay, and then in November, John and Pablo were publishing a lot of mistakes about the Guardian and Assange, which can be read on Mint Press as well. So they're being interviewed now about that research by Low Key for his podcast. Okay, they recount that it's now known that UC Global, of course, spied on Julian. They even scavenged the embassy's garbage, stealing his kids' diapers to verify the DNA. We know that happened. Again, we are all Assange.
When you have security, like the president has to guard his poop. There has to be a guy that goes in and...
Unreal. Yeah, Luke Harding published a viral story that claimed that Assange had secretly met with Paul Manafort, which was told to be a lie. It found out to be a complete fabrication, and I believe somebody's going to prison for that. Gaping holes in the accusation, even though... And there was, not the least of that, there was no record of him ever visiting the embassy. Right. Police, reporters, activists, intelligence agents were outside 24 hours a day, yet he was reportedly able to enter without anyone noticing. Come on. So, again, listen to this. Low Key does a great job. And I know that, shout out to Steve from Slow News Day. We were talking earlier this week, and I know he was cracking up on his stream talking about the possibility of Donald Trump doing a podcast with Low Key about Palestine. Because the evangelicals were turning on him, and seeing this just made me, seeing Low Key's name just brought that back to mind. And shout out to Steve. Say hi to Steve, and give Slow News Day a follow. We retweet and amplify all of their stuff. The only other thing, and Warren, this is all going to be one segment, just a long Assange segment. And the other thing we can talk about is the other angle from our INN brother, the Dissident, revisiting the Russian hacking claim and debunking the smears against Assange, which they've been doing tremendous work. I sound like Trump now. It's tremendous work. It's bigly, tremendous. Hugely tremendous.
Big. It's so big.
It's so huge. Okay. Huge. Mueller's timeline not lining up, and Mueller's sketchy source, and forensics showing that his source couldn't have been a hack, okay? And then, of course, the Ziggy Thordarson thing showing that he didn't do a hack and that it was completely a lie.
You know,
Okay.
You know what's funny to me? On Reddit, whenever people put text posts, they always have a too long didn't read section at the bottom. Like, I want one of those for like every news article. I just want to be able to scroll down.
Yep. Too long, didn't read.
Yep.
So I think that's the end of our free Assange segment, but there has been quite a bit of coverage this week, which I'm happy to see that finally some people are talking about it. There was that huge stream this week with Katie Halper and friends.
Yep.
Lots of friends. It was an enormous stream. I actually moderated the stream for her, and there were a lot of people that came together to make that happen, and people who put their stuff aside to kind of try to shine more of a light on it, which I definitely appreciate.
I saw even Misty and them sharing it, and good for them.
Yeah, appreciate them doing that.
The more
of
light
course,
on that shit, the better.
This is kind of wish they'd ask certain people to attend that weren't invited, but look, there's only so many people you can fit in, and it was a star-studded event including Roger Waters from Pink Floyd, including Marianne Williamson, who was a co-host, and you had
Richie killed on that.
Oh my God, Richard Medhurst was absolutely shining with Kevin Gostola, but Richard just kind of took over, and I just love that man. But watching Kyle's face and
sent out a MCSC shout out. Somebody did that.
Did she?
I thought was like, oh, interesting. Yeah, like
that's cool.
So
very cool. All right, very cool. So the next thing that I had here, and that is so diddly doo. More horrible treatment of workers. That's just wonderful, right?
Great.
All right. So
ooh, shitty work. Let's go.
All right. Like we're getting protests all over the place. You're getting strikes all over the place. And then I read this. Home care workers protest 24-hour workday. Wait. What?
Yeah.
Okay. This is an actual employer that is demanding that their employees work for 24 hours straight.
And then like again, or like another day in between, like what? You know what I'm saying? Like,
24
let alone the fact it's 24 fucking hours.
Shifts.
Like, that's what? For poverty wages.
What? Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And that these people, 11 hours worth of that pay is stolen by their employers. All right. This is against sweatshops. And how has this been able to happen? Now let's see. This is a rally organized, and this is a short thing.
UJC, lift it up! 24 is killing us! How do you spell racist? UJC! How do you spell sexist? UJC!
Damn.
Yep.
1 in 7 low-wage workers in New York City. Let me blow this up a little. Make that easier to see. Actually, take it down a little bit here. Sorry. That's easier. Okay, where was that? More than 1 in 7 low-wage workers in New York City is a home care worker. More than half rely on public assistance.
Jesus.
Just
kind of understand a crisis projected that by 2025 there would be a shortage of 83,000 workers in the city.
Just what?
Crazy.
Beyond crazy.
I'm still. It's the fact that like they're of course it's a shortage because like who wants to do it? Like who wants 24-hour shifts for what? For what was the hourly wage or?
Did they say how much the hourly was up there?
Must have been somewhere. I mean, they're saying poverty wage. I saw that.
Years of 24-hour shifts killed my friend Ramona. Of course it did, because they talk about yeah. This to me. This is the reason why I shared this article right here.
Yeah.
I am traumatized from working 24-hour shifts, said Epifania Ishez, who's worked at the UJC for 11 years. Working 24 hours destroys your life. You lose everything, especially your health. You lose your family also. You're constantly... How is that legal? How are people even allowed to do that to another human being and make them work for 24 hours straight, involuntarily?
Because our government doesn't work for the people. That's how it goes.
Great. And Biden's Build Back Better, that is now dead on arrival, would allot that money, but of course we get nothing out of that.
Yeah.
Home care workers are the ones who take care of our sick and elderly. They deserve to be paid well and not overworked so they can get the rest they need and get the best care for our loved ones. Absolutely. Goes without saying. Wanted to give this some light and some attention. 24-hour shifts. UJC, New York City, what are you doing? And we've got to find a way to support these workers. We'll find a link. I'll get something from Monica Cruz at People's Dispatch, who works also closely with Eugene and Rania over at Breakthrough News. So I'll reach out to Rania and we'll see what we can do about getting some data getting some info to help these people.
24-hour shifts, Trans Marxist, is fucking nuts. I don't know. I don't get how a boss would go, that's a good idea.
Yeah. I don't get how any company, even like anyone who owns a business, says, yeah, I'm going to do that to another human being and I'm going to make them work. Are you willing to work 20? It's always been the thing with me as far as working is I've never asked anybody to do anything that I wasn't willing to do myself. And that's always been a rule that I've had.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's dangerous to have people awake that long is absolutely right. Invalid for sure. They're definitely not going to be at their best. Sorry.
Jesus.
Yeah, that was a big gulp. I had to take a big gulp.
You gotta relax, bro. It's gotta go down.
Need the coffee. We need the coffee.
You don't need it to. It's like you're like you have to be like it's gotta go down.
I need it
like,
now.
Like, shove it down there.
I couldn't even mute quickly enough to do that. Sorry, everyone. Okay, so we have
just clip that audio though.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh boy. Yeah, we can clip that. Absolutely. The gulp, the big gulp.
Make it your wife's text sound, because
that's the ringtone from now on. That's right. That's the new ringtone. Gulp, gulp, gulp. Okay. So we do have a bunch more. So we have to have 3 more stories. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, they got 3 more. This one of my favorites in an all-star. We're going to the all-star team. So first all-star is Judd Legume. Popular information. We hype him. We talk about him just about every week.
I saw they took Kellogg's off the Pop-Tarts, right?
Oh, they sure did. They sure did. We saw that today. And they're like, oh yeah, well,
FYI.
It's that the Pop-Tarts name is it's so popular. We don't want to do anything like to do anything about that, to
ruin it with their Kellogg's thing. Yeah,
right. So
I'm guaranteed something's working.
This is again a great article by Judd. Okay, talking about how far from the vision of W.K. Kellogg they've gotten. He offered free of charge kindergarten, nursery, daycare center for working mothers. He offered benefits long before a corporation was really required to at all. All right, surrounding the plant, well-coiffed garden. Yeah. Remember that's the Darjeeling thing, or the great whatever the. That's one of the. That's a Wes Anderson movie I know of some kind.
Yeah,
something having to do with Kellogg.
And sexual repression is involved there, and like he made cornflakes, right? Or is that?
That's
before
cornflakes.
instead of-
That's him.
yeah.
Okay, the reality is starkly different about investing in his people. Okay, talking about workers routinely required, again, to clock 72 to 84-hour work weeks. If you beg off to go watch your son's Little League game, it dings you.
Mm.
And COVID made the situation worse. I think it was the Darjeeling Limited Transmarxist. I'm not sure if that was it or if it was the Great Something Hotel. And I'm not a Wes Anderson fan, but I know that they are like a cult. Okay, again, this is what's gross right here. And I actually copy and shared this as its own tweet. Kellogg's has seen demand swell during pandemic as consumers stay home and eat there more frequently instead of dining out. $1.4 billion in profits in 9 months of 2021.
In profits. That is on top of what they were making.
That's right. That's this year. That's not every. That's right. That's
right.
New workers making 30. Yeah. So first of all, they put in place a 2-tiered pay system so that depending on seniority, you're having different pay for different people doing the exact same job. Okay, and then here you go. They're hiring anti-union scabs and strike breakers, paying them $30 an hour and $75 per diem. Okay, and then Kellogg's cut off the health care for the striking workers who were forced to pay up to $3,000 a month in COBRA. Parasites. Garbage.
Yep. Garbage.
Primary issue was Kellogg's refusal to put a cap on the percentage of transitional workers that receive lower wages. Okay, so again, that's getting a little bit granular into what happened here. Great executive compensation, exactly. So what the ratio is right now, 279 to 1 is what the CEO to the average worker makes, which was increased from 183 to 1 in 2017. Gross. Legality of union busting.
Oh, and of course we're going to go into like right to work and all that stuff in here, right?
Right, but of course,
decision to try to bust the union. Yeah.
Not all heroes wear capes. Reddit users
r/anti-work is going to be the subreddit doing that. They've been
correct.
It's blown up, that subreddit. So, people are fucking trying to do something. So.
Okay, Democrats have sought to make the practice of permanently replacing economic strikers illegal through the PRO Act.
Because that's going to go well for you, Democrats.
Right. What, making it illegal to hire scabs? That's what they're talking about.
No, sorry. I was thinking the exact, I thought they were like.
No, they would, the PRO Act actually tries to make it illegal to hire scabs.
Scabs. Yeah. Okay, that's all right.
It's an existential attack on the union and its members' jobs and livelihoods, Biden said. And I saw something also about Kroger and Fred Meyer was offering $17 an hour, and one of the requirements is must be willing to cross a picket line. Oh, yeah. I don't think so, guys. All right. Again, there are 10 comments. I always like reading the comments on Popular Information. He actually has a pretty smart audience. Haven't eaten breakfast cereal in many years. Thank you. Well done. Not that Nick. He's pretty funny. But I knew there was a reason I preferred Post cereals, although they have their own labor issues.
If anyone in the audience can find me who makes Magic Spoon, and I tried emailing them to ask them, they're like, how do you feel about the Kellogg strike? Like, I haven't gotten anything back yet. So, Magic Spoon Cereal Company, just see if you could find that out. Some cereal would be nice. So
welcome to the show, Darlene. Thank you so much for all your support and all the work that you do to put in every day to help make Indie Left and INN and everything as successful as it is, and help everybody get the word out and see it in their Facebook feeds, in their groups. So thank you for that again.
Trans-Marxist with average CEO compensation to worker ratio used to be 21 to 1, back in 1965.
Yes.
So,
And now it's
sure
on
worth
average,
now.
I believe, around 200. So
Jesus.
yeah, it's pretty gross. Oh, so that's our Judd Legume segment. Again, I told you we were moving into the heavy hitters segment. So the next all-star is our friend Sharon Zhang, who I shouted out on Twitter this week, and I told her that she's just doing an absolutely phenomenal job, and she's an all-star. Zhang_Sharon on Twitter if you can follow her, but definitely give Truth Out a follow. Let me blow this up again, make this a little bigger. I thought I had. I skipped the headline. I buried the lead. Here we go. Investigation finds at least 48 members of Congress have violated the Stock Act.
Speaking of which, donate to Truth Out right there at the bottom.
Support accountability journalism, like Truth Out, like all the outlets that we've shown, and all of the links will be in the show notes and in the description afterwards. I didn't want to put them in during the show, but they'll also be in the Substack that accompanies this at independentleftnews.substack.com or at leftist.today. I also have a Substack post at indienews.network up that mirrors this one that you'll also be able to find all the links there as well. So again, just getting into this, and here's the link from Business Insider about at least 48 members of Congress and 182 top Capitol Hill staffers are violating conflict of interest. According to the Insider report, they violated the Stock Act because they're not supposed to be. They're supposed to be disclosing what they're holding stocks in, which they're not supposed to be holding if they sit on committees that can potentially legislate over that. Right? Though late reporting violations come with a fee, these fees amount to what's essentially a slap on the wrist for members of Congress, the majority of whom are millionaires. And again, this is an Open Secrets article, and you're not going to see that because I opened it in a new window. Now you'll be able to see it.
Gotcha.
That the majority of lawmakers are millionaires, according to Carl Evers Hillstrom at Open Secrets, another great outlet that you should definitely subscribe to.
A millionaire,
well, we know that the Squad are not millionaires.
Okay.
Now AOC has over $1 million in her campaign coffers, and if she ever left Congress and decided to enter the private sector, she would be a millionaire probably pretty quickly. That would be my guess.
Yeah.
Greg Gianforte, who made his wealth through a software company, richest House member currently at $189 million. He actually replaced Darrell Issa, who left in 2018. I think he lost to Mike Williams or left, retired from Congress when he saw this big wave happening. And he's also not one of my favorite people. Darrell Issa, he's worth over $300 million, I believe. So you can see, and it's not all
nonsense.
It's not all Republicans. Well, although Don Beyer, I know he actually, $124 million. A lot of that is in car dealerships. I know that he's in the automotive industry. But Nancy has seen her wealth increase to nearly $115 million from $41 million in 2004, thanks to Visa's
profit.
Thanks to Visa stock, Microsoft options, Roblox stock, and several other shady deals. Yes, she bought over $1 million worth of Roblox on IPO, which is more than doubled, I believe, since it launched.
She was really like those cops and robbers games.
Nancy, as our friend Kate Cabela likes to say. Tom Malinowski didn't disclose dozens of trades that he made this year and last year until he was prodded by reporters. Tommy Tuberville was late to disclose nearly 130 trades. And we've got trade after trade after trade. Okay, 22 Democrats who typically vote on environmental and climate issues have reported owning stocks in major oil and gas companies like Exxon and Shell. Full disclosure, I own stock in just about all these companies.
Okay.
No, I'm kidding. I don't. I do own stock in Apple, Google, and Amazon and Facebook. I actually do. Full disclosure.
Yeah, I'll take one of those coins. Just send it over here.
Thank you.
Yep.
So
Public
help out,
citizen
truth out.
Walter Shaw.
Walt Schaub. Well, you know, Walt Schaub used to be the head of the ethics office, which I think Trump may have disbanded, if I'm correct. The government accountability
it's
office
just
on
funny.
ethics.
I think he would just do it as a laugh. It just seems
for
like
yucks.
it's such a move he would do.
Well,
And it's like, fucking, they give a shit about ethics. Watch this.
Well, no,
You know?
along that vein, watch this. Shout out
I
to
think I saw it.
Because this
CN.
is a
Yeah.
free market and people, we're a free market economy. They should be able to participate in that.
Right. Lawmakers
Yeah,
have a
free market,
responsibility to
everybody.
report,
We have a
right?
responsibility to report
Uh-huh.
stock. But if people aren't reporting, they should be.
Yes, they should be, Nancy. Except, this is what we're talking about here. Credit to CNBC for actually covering it. But of course, CNBC is one of the largest perpetrators and purveyors of the reason why this happens in the first place.
Yeah, they get those B-rolls of that fucking street real easy. They're right there. You know?
Okay, it became law in 2012. Supposed to submit to prevent lawmakers from doing this. However, a $200 fine for violating the Stock Act. Yeah, thanks.
$200.
That's like, I want my $2. Unbelievable. I wanted to call attention to this, even though I don't normally showcase anything having to do with corporate media.
Well, it's just funny.
No criminal charges. This is
course
only a
not.
minute and a half long, so shout out to the producers of that
Those
video
people.
for at least holding Nancy and some lawmakers accountable.
Yeah. Not that
Okay.
anything will change from that, but good for them.
The final all-star this evening we've got, and let me...
Betty Maxwell?
You're going to see that in a few minutes, but nobody else can see that yet. I didn't share that
Okay.
with the Congress critter. Nice, Eric Thomas.
Mhm.
A Congress critter. Oh goodness. That gives me such visions of something scurrying across a carpet or okay. Anyway. Again, final all-star. Whitney Webb, who's now going out on maternity leave, she announced, and again, she said, I'm going out on maternity leave, but I wanted everybody to see this and to give thought to, now that we're doing the Maxwell trial and now that we're up to the point where the defense is now starting to make their case, let's do a little bit of a deep dive into Meet Ghislaine, Daddy's Girl. And again, this is a super long... Whitney goes 100 miles an hour. I please beg everyone, look, if you read this quickly and you're a fast reader, it's a 17-minute read. Please subscribe to unlimitedhangout.com. Outstanding publication. Jeremy Lafredo.
Caitlin Johnstone's husband to read it for you, and then at 2x speed, you know what I'm
At
saying?
2x speed, I'll tell you, if Whitney reads, if I listen to Whitney at 2x speed, I lose it. I can't keep up. She's so quick, and there's so much to process on top of that. Again, this is all of his ties to Israeli intelligence. This is her father, Robert. Those ties forged by him are critical to understanding her history and her role in the Epstein network. Okay. Again, everybody, please go read this. Please go follow _Whitney Webb on Twitter. Please go subscribe to Unlimited Hangout. Become a member. I am a subscribed paying member. You also get access to her Discord. Go chase that kitty. Or let that kitty out if that's what we're doing. Puppo needs to go out. Oh, we can't have an accident now. Okay. Unlimited Hangout is publishing a 2-part investigative report entitled Meet Ghislaine, which is adapted from this author's upcoming book. Okay, on the subject. The investigation will detail key aspects of her links to intelligence agencies and sexual blackmail activities that are relevant to the case. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Part 1 of this article will focus on her father, Robert, a larger-than-life figure who straddled the worlds of both business and espionage. Sounds kind of like somebody that Ghislaine got hooked up with. Again, this goes into the backstory of who Robert Maxwell is and exactly how he came to MI6, being involved with MI6, and how Whitney has all of this back. She's the dot connector. She's just, we're not worthy, and we are just so lucky that she somehow has access to all of this and shares it with us. And Choosy, welcome. Okay, so Pergamon's access to prominent. Oh, who's this? She's talking here about some of these other characters at the top. With the Third Reich began, Maxwell's parents are believed to have died in the Holocaust. Okay, he was involved with the British Intel. Again, and what I love about Whitney is she includes all the backstories, archive.org and Amazon. This is a book that was being written about Alan Dulles, okay, and published, and The Devil's Chessboard, and then published here in The Guardian. So again, she brings the goods. Pergamon Press, that's what we were looking for. The company was renamed with long-standing ties to British Intel. So you look at his backstory, not officially recruited to work for Israeli Intel until 1961. Again, how she's getting this data, I don't know. It's just remarkable. She's just she's just an encyclopedia of data, really, and so critical to understand the connections and the friendships behind the scenes that lead to what we see on the front end, and having other people make excuses for things that they don't really understand, which is sad and hilarious that they become apologists for it. So, yeah, Maxwell was a Zionist, only loyal to Israel. His subsequent relationship was choppy and largely opportunistic on both sides. Okay, became a member of British Parliament for the Labour Party in 1964. And again, here's an article from The Guardian back from 1991 about Robert Maxwell. Again, this is so in-depth and great in kind of insider knowledge, not even insider knowledge, but important kind of foundational knowledge to have about the Stern Gang. Okay, deeply loathed the United States, sentiment that he confided to Maxwell during one of his visits to Israel. Shamir told him that he blamed the Americans for the Holocaust because of their failure to support the transfer of European Jews to Palestine during the war. Okay, Maxwell and the Promise affair. This just, again, I'm not going to get into the entire article. I want everybody to go and read it for themselves. It's alarming, and it explains a lot. Okay, using Mossad-derived money, paid Tower $200,000 for his services. We know that Mossad has used cutouts and agents to do their bidding. Again, Robert's death in 1991. And this is Christine. Oh, yeah, Information on Demand. This is another one. And I believe that there was something having to do with Bill Gates. With regard to this Information on Demand organization, if I remember correctly.
And Christine is the Stephen King novel, right?
Christine Maxwell is, yeah, and that's Ghislaine's older sister. One of them.
Gotcha.
She has two older sisters.
Gotcha.
2 years after the acquisition. The investigative report in May, exactly, the Bill Gates-Epstein relationship, like I said. This is, and that's,
Okay.
yeah, not cool. Heiress to an espionage empire. Again, this talks about ties to romantic ties. Allegedly preceded Maxwell's successful efforts. Bring him into the fold of Israeli military intel. Look at these old pictures. That's Ghislaine and her mother in 1991, I believe, after her father's funeral.
For the boys and girls at home, that was Indy's Discord, I do believe.
That was my Discord.
So if you're frantically looking through yours for a message,
I was on my MacBook and I didn't mute the MacBook, so I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Let me do that right now. Since
I just know somebody's like scrolling, like, did I get a bit? What?
Wait, what?
You know?
Yeah. So,
Gislaine's older boyfriends.
Yeah, in 1985, Ghislaine became involved with philanthropy tied to her father's business empire, hosting Disney Day Out for Kids. Ugh.
Oh, of course.
Save the Children. Here we go. They started early.
Yeah.
The Marquess of Bath at the time was an odd person, having accumulated the largest collection of paintings by Hitler. And saying that Hitler had done great things for his country. Great.
Wait, who? Wait. Who?
The Marquess
Who's
of
doing that?
Bath.
Okay.
Lady of Bath. The Marquess and Lady of Bath. A gala that was attended by the members of the British royal family.
Time was an odd person. Okay. So, yeah, same meeting that Ghislaine hosted Bash concluded, the Marquis of Bath's son was found hanging from a bedspread tied to an oak beam at the Bath Arms in what was labeled a suicide. Okay.
Wow. Typical, right?
Yeah. They were practicing on someone later. All
right. Ties to Rothschild banking family, of course. According to journalist John Jackson, why do I hear a little echo? Are you too close to the mic again?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe.
Ghislaine and Betty boarded her father's yacht shortly after his death. It was her who coolly walked into his office and shredded all incriminating documents on board. She denies it, of course, though he's never retracted his claim.
Yeah.
Again, 2-part article is an abridged version in her upcoming book, which I will certainly be buying once it comes out because Whitney's amazing.
Send a signed copy.
Oh my God.
You know.
Not worthy. She's writing for the Last American Vagabond. We're not worthy. Okay. Mint Press News, Last American Vagabond, Unlimited Hangout. She's got a Rockfin channel. Support her on Rockfin. Again, diapers are not cheap, especially in Chile when they're going to have a lockdown. So please do what you can to help out our friend Whitney.
Yeah.
I also wanted to call out to what the Free Press Report was talking about on day 11 of the Maxwell trial, since they have been covering a little bit of the day-to-day. And we talked about our involvement with their Twitter handle last week. But just a couple of things that you probably should look at in here. The defense team attempted to introduce Loftus CV, to which a USA prosecution objected to, but it was not sustained. Okay. It would be admitted to discovery, establishing $600 charge to provide her expert opinion. So, yeah, pertains to no specific relevance to the accusation of child rape. Awful. Misdirection at its finest. Right. So basically they're paying witnesses. Okay. Today, the day's fourth witness. So this is a recount of witnesses and testimony and a line-by-line type of recounting of exactly what's happening in the trial. So again, that is at patriot1.substack.com.
The craziest thing was the sketch off between Ghislaine and the one of the sketchers, where they were like sketching each other furiously. Apparently, which I just find sad. You know, like if that was a camera, we couldn't have that. You know.
Yeah. Yep.
So.
So we're good. Again, subscribe to Whitney Webb. Subscribe to all these great creators. Links are going to be in the notes. Bird and Reef are there, and it is time for some diddly do. But before we do that, I'm going to answer Darlene's question. I'm using a different mic tonight. I also turned up the volume in. We made a couple of technical shifts, and after everybody was talking about it last week, trying to figure out exactly why people couldn't hear me, or why Reef sounds so buttery smooth.
Mess with buttery smooth.
Oh, he's got dulcet tones for sure.
Dulcet tones. I always feel like in my head there's a lot more bass in my voice, but
there's
when I
a
hear
lot of
myself,
bass in your voice.
I just sound very nasal, and I don't know why. But
I'm glad that Valerie and Darlene both think that it was better. I also wanted to shout out again, Choosy, welcome, Spicy. Mossad was founded by Knights of Malta, just like every other major intelligence agency around the world and in America. Epstein's immunity is Roman, not Israeli. Yeah, exactly. If you watch the Da Vinci Code, you'll learn a little bit more about the Knights of Malta and the Protectors, and that's
the guy who like does the branding. It's been so long since I read that.
That's in the second one. No, Opus Dei. It was the first one. I believe is okay. So diddly doot, and we're gonna go thumbnail, and now we're gonna go to Reef's time. Boats smashing into other boats.
I watch YouTube. Boats that smash into other boats.
What? Why didn't it?
I watch YouTube. Boats that smash into other boats.
We got a double Jimmy tonight. There we go.
Double Jimmy.
I don't know what. We're looking at your back, dude.
Yep. I had to fucking pick my nose, which I didn't want to do on camera.
Thank you. Well,
no.
Edit that out, Warren.
It should be behind the fucking transition. I tried to do it in there.
All right, everybody, look at Reef's rig. First of all, Reef got a new piece this week.
Oh, I got a new piece.
And all he's been talking about is how beautiful this thing hits. So give a shout out.
It does hit pretty good. Let's see if I can always do this. You can
Oh, the hose popped out. Oh no. Broken. No.
It's all right. It's all right. I fix it. It's all right. This is how it works. This is intended.
Wow, I thought this was going to run a lot longer tonight. Nice. That's vaping.
Yeah. Yep.
Monster
Clouds.
hits.
Future cleanliness.
So I'm ready to see some boats smashing into other boats?
Yes, we are. Sir? We are about to see boats smashing into other boats. In fact, I think I can go down here to this thing and hit publish, right? Send to everyone now. Share the link. Copy link, and then find Restream chat and pop that in here. Bip. There we go. So you know, the congregation can follow along if they want to turn to their, chapter and verse. But let's start with
nose boogers.
As we are boats smashing into other boats.
Oh boy.
Right?
Oh.
Honk, motherfuckers.
I think you best move. Oh my God, the old lady.
Lady,
oh
you
my
gotta
God,
get out the way, lady.
Ah! Oh my God, right into the pier. Okay, that's not going to go very far into the pier.
You're going to need flex tape for that. You're gonna need flex
Boats
tape
smashing into
there.
other piers. Okay.
Piers. Yep, clear the pier. Yep. But I love how like not like dramatic it is. Like I think they broke the pier more than they broke the boat.
It looks like it. That's
yeah.
a double hull construction
Which is
right
just-
there.
Yeah. I mean you're right there at the keel. That is the thing that would, you know, take the best. Like they said something about the Titanic that way too, right? If they didn't turn and they just smashed head on, it would have been fine. Right? So I do not know if that pier is peer reviewed, but it should be. But I blame the pier. Who put that pier there? But I thought this was funny. This was in Amsterdam. So you know what was probably involved with this accident. You know? But realize that little green dot down here is like a person.
Yep.
Right? Like this is a person.
That's the hull. That's the propeller of a ship. Look, you can see the propeller.
Prop. Yeah.
Yeah.
Keep in mind that a prop for a normal boat can be, you know, $1,000 on the wrong boat. So, you know, you're talking about that's the money right there's. Especially with your rudder all fucked up too. Like, yeah, dude. He backed right up into the canal, I think. So
damn.
This is why most of these large vessels get assisted in those places. But yeah, I just feel bad for these guys who don't have to fix it. So they got a lot of work to do.
Yeah, that's going to dry dock for sure.
No, yeah, that's where it's at for sure. But
oh boy. Eric says I blame the pier. Darlene says, is that peer reviewed? Nice.
Yeah.
By the way, I have the link for Reef's Substack up there in the top right, top left corner for anyone who wants to get there and see all these links. To rob a shop, okay.
Yep. So just remember to buy thick glass. You know. Why would you rob the smoke shop, by the way? But look at this hero.
Say no to crack.
Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here, you fucks. All you got is pepper, motherfuckers. I got the hot ones and shit. I eat that shit. I'm good.
Dude, is that a roar?
Get out of here.
Is that a roar?
Yeah.
I'm gonna get you with a roar,
glass, bro.
I'm gonna get you with a roar.
Yeah, that's some 9mm tubing right there. That was fucking. I love how they just they're like, we can't take the power of the bong. Like it was like Gandalf was just like, you shall not puff and pass. Fuck you. I just love it. He drops the downstem, keeps going.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, no, fucking shot. That'll stop him. Nope.
What is he
throwing?
Out of here. Is that a mail bin? Is that
he threw like a fucking
like a mail bin?
Lemon bag. Yep.
Okay.
So
sure.
But there's a cat. Was there a cat at the bottom?
You know what it is? There's an 8. Yes, there was a cat at the end in the back, but
there was a fucking cat. The cat's like, fuck this, I'm out.
No, the kid. Watch what happens at the end. The cat jumps under the counter.
Yeah, he's like back there. The layers to this video and shit.
It's great. Good job, dude. Give that guy a raise.
You know he was high. He was like, I wasn't even supposed to be here today.
What is it? Okay, Dante.
These are the cookies that you should leave out for Santa for Christmas.
Nice.
And just, what's your dress again? Like, I'll come get them.
Do you know that I actually saw a 6-foot tall human joint on the strip that looked a lot like that, dressed up?
Nice. I like it.
Yeah, he was wearing a big joint suit. It was pretty crazy. Nice. I love it. What do you got?
Sorry I was late. The traffic was crazy. The traffic. That fucking face is just perfect.
Oh my god. Oh god.
I fucking love this shit. I don't know why Reddit gave me that one.
Wait, What?
It was fucking
What?
hilarious.
Well, that would definitely make me late, coughing my brains out.
Yeah.
The traffic was crazy
traffic.
to my Zoom meeting. That's right. Where I'm naked.
Yep. So I do have some slightly serial stuff, but good on these cats here. I don't know what this is. If anyone does, let me know. Because they seem pretty cool. Presidential Podcast, episode 1.
J.Government. Okay.
Go find them. I found this on Reddit, so I hope those are the original people. But
you're already halfway.
It should be legal. I think. All right, hold on. No. I don't believe in marijuana being I don't believe in marijuana being legalized. I believe in marijuana being decriminalized. I don't like the idea of marijuana being. Okay, so here's the thing. When marijuana was decriminalized, right, that allows you to, vend the drugs, hold the drugs, right, without going to jail, having severe repercussions. When marijuana is legalized, then that leads to huge corporate and government efforts to sell marijuana and have a chokehold on the industry that was institutionalizing and imprisoning people for years and decades.
That's really hard.
And they're going to capitalize on something that was a crime beforehand. And that's not something I was on a moral or, just in general level. That's not something. So
I didn't even think about it that way.
I didn't think about it that way. So I would rather people in my neighborhood sell marijuana than the government or some huge company, some white man from Silicon Valley that's selling marijuana in a USB port or something like that. I don't know.
Yep. You got a factory. What are you talking about?
Does that make sense?
You got a factory.
That's all I'm saying.
That's all he's saying. That's all he's saying, though.
That's all I'm saying.
I love that shit.
That's good.
Good for him.
Dubna 48-bit on Twitch. Welcome. Appreciate you checking out the show. Zdravstvuyte.
Zdravstvuyte. Miatudvud Bert. Miatudvud Reef. Again. That's all I know. That's it. And
hey, Steph. Steph just made it in. Hi. You didn't fall asleep. Good for you.
Yeah.
We're high. So what we're both smashing in other boats. Alexa.
So I have the beginning of the Dad Zone.
Yay! Okay. We've had Dad Zone stuff.
Can the reindeers fly?
No, caribou cannot fly.
The face of the dad.
Is not real?
For one, Alexa doesn't know what she's talking about.
No, it's right. That's fucking right.
Santa is real.
Damn right.
Oh.
Reindeers make the sleigh fly, and the reindeers fly.
But if reindeers fly...
All right, well, Alexa's an idiot.
Alexa's an idiot. I love that shit. Can reindeers fly?
Oh my god. Alexa ruining Christmas. Taking a child's innocence. Thanks, Amazon.
Innocence.
Not only did you kill 6 workers in Illinois this week, you robbed that child of his innocence. Good for you.
Good for you.
Good for you. I hope you're fucking proud of yourselves.
My toddler just saw newborn pics of himself with his clamped umbilical cord and is now convinced he had a second penis that we chopped off.
Nice.
Mazel.
Nice. Toby is fab, and yes, she is.
Kiss my fat ash.
That's
good for you.
Outstanding. That's a great. Yep. Good.
That's
good.
Great.
Again, traumatize your kids. Have fun.
Kids are fucking stupid. That's one of the best Reddit subreddits fucking ever. And I love it to pieces.
Oh my goodness.
This one's great.
Giphy cat. Okay.
Yeah.
Uh-oh. Word of christening.
Blessed the child.
Oh no!
Forgive me, Father, for I.
Oh my God!
He's clean. His sins are clean. His sins are clean.
Oh
peace be to you, and also with you, and definitely with you, little one.
Dude, that kid was like possessed. He just jumped out of it.
When people ask him if he ever got dropped on his head, when he gets older, he's gonna be like, well, actually,
and it's on video. It's on video.
Yeah, that's some like unholy dropping on its head.
Oh,
who dropped you on your head? The priest at my baptism.
That's called excommunication right there. Holy shit! Wow.
We got a request for a replay from the booth.
Oh no! Oh, I can't even watch.
Nose right to concrete. Bip.
Baby's nose. Oh, that poor child and those poor parents. Those poor parents.
You know, you'd have to, if they were following the rules, he'd have to turn the other cheek, right? That's what would have to happen.
Eric.
Speaking of kids that got dropped on their head.
Blow this up.
Kid, look out for the door. Look out, kid, door. No. Are you okay? Are you okay, kid? I think that kid is unfazed.
I know someone who walked into a door like really fucked up his nose. That's face first. That is forehead first. That is
good balance on the kid though. Good recovery. He's up. He's good. He's got his G.I. Joe.
That's using your head.
Like,
damn.
Yeah, there's that Iron Man. He's got his Iron Man. He's fucking there. He's fine. Are you okay? I think I'm okay. Maybe okay.
I got my toy. Okay.
This to me is like
we have one of those.
You need anger management.
I have one of those like
age.
8 feet from me.
Oh, he couldn't get it. He's so angry. Oh, I got it. It's dumb. To flat. Straight to flat. This is what you get. Oh, yeah, the dog's like, yeah, fuck you. The dog fucking laughs at the kid. That's my favorite bit.
Oh,
Dog's
my
like,
God.
Are you alive? Are you alive? Yeah, you're alive. It's fucking funny. Ha! Like, yep.
Oh.
Dad zone. You got that to look forward to, bro. We're just training those reflexes, bro. You know, you got to be ready for that. Oh. So have you had to like teach your son how to do like physical stuff yet? Like catch a baseball?
A little bit.
Like that?
A little bit. He's actually pretty coordinated. But hoop nice. 1, kid 0. Nice, Eric.
Yeah.
Jump. Ready? And you go.
On one hand.
Yeah, do that. Bip. Perfect. You did it. Like,
go.
And bow. Like,
yeah, that was close. That was close.
You almost had it. You did it. I'll give it to you.
Man, you were almost there.
It's just the dad is fucking dying. I love it when the dad just lets it happen. All right, kids, smoking is bad. You should not be smoking, kids. You think it makes you look cool, but actually it just hurts.
Al,
that stopped right there.
Face meat tiles.
Yeah, and it's like shit whipped too.
That's the side of his head that hurts.
And why stop? Why buffering? Why you buffer like this?
What?
Why you buffer?
What is this?
Buffering.
Oh,
there we go.
Okay.
What else we got?
Human hamster wheel.
Human hamster. I want one of these for like cat. And Bip right on the dome. Right on the dome. He's fucking done. I want to watch it again. I want to see the whole fucking thing. He's so excited.
I missed the beginning.
He's going and running.
Yeah, look at me go. Look at me go. Like, yeah.
I'm doing it.
Oh wait, this is going pretty fast. This is pretty fast.
This is kind of going fast. I don't know. Like, Oh shit!
I'm
fine.
Ow! Ow!
I forgot. It still goes. It still goes. I fucking love shit like that. All right. What else?
Darlene needs that for Sally. Nice. That's great. Was sent this by my
people doing weddings and stuff recently.
Oh my gosh. Oh my god.
Yep. There's the links will be in that Substack I put in the chat above.
Are they all just getting naked?
Still have it.
Oh, it's only the rehearsal dinner though.
It's only the rehearsal dinner. That's right.
Wait. You're covering a portion. Wait.
What?
25 minutes before the rehearsal dinner. Okay. It's not 25 minutes before the wedding. Because those seats will be full. Oh! I hope that's not the groom.
It's the groomsman. 25 minutes before the rehearsal dinner.
No, was sent by my groomsman.
Oh, it's by the groomman.
I think that's the groom. And you know what?
Think that's the groom?
That looks like infrared a little bit.
Oh,
that screech. Sounded like Howard Dean.
There was an attempt to make a jump.
Oh my lord.
Fucking fantastic. I hope it was the groom just for the story of it. So, do you know about gravity, Indy? If you learned the lesson of gravity?
Sure.
Right? All right, my car is dead. So I'm going to skateboard down this hill.
Uh-oh.
Just like that.
He doesn't want to push it.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, he's skateboarding. He's doing it.
Okay, where?
Down a hill.
Are you not on the brakes?
Oh, shoot. This is actually very dangerous.
Bad idea. Very dangerous. Brakes!
So where we're going.
Definitely.
Brakes!
Oh, shit, I don't have brakes. My door's open.
Oh, now he realizes.
Oh, shit! Oh, fuck! Oh, my fucking God! Guys, fuck! Holy shit, you guys just saw that! Holy fucking shit!
Yeah, we did just see that.
Guys, my bush light is gone!
Oh, not your bush light!
Holy shit! Oh, well, this car is screwed.
It is screwed.
Thanks for sticking around, guys.
Actually, it's probably all right.
Oh, that was fucking dumb.
Looks okay.
That was the dumbest shit I've ever done.
That is the dumbest shit you ever done. I agree.
Oh.
Wait. What?
What?
Is that a Pontiac Aztec? Need I say more?
Pontiac Aztec? It's a fucking Aztec. Is it really an Aztec? Hold on.
Look back. I think it was a Pontiac Aztec. I'm almost sure of it. If it shows it for a second, it shows the hatch.
Whew.
Yeah, that's close.
Oh.
It shows it like the minute he like lands, right?
As he's getting out of the car, right there, and he's going up to it. He bails. Wait, back up. When it goes like up the hill. Oh gosh, right there.
There we go. That's pretty close to an Aztec.
That is a Pontiac Aztec, an orange Aztec.
The Aztec in the fucking shitty orange. Isn't that the one they picked for Walter White because it was like the shittiest car?
No, it was the yellow Aztec.
Yeah, that was the yellow, but it was still an Aztec.
Mm-hmm.
So what else I got? This is a statue called Ego, which just reminds me of why that guy did it a minute ago, because he was not thinking with his brain. He was thinking with his ego. But I don't know where this is at, but it is a ridiculous statue. But who made this? Anyway.
Yeah, I don't even know where to start with that.
I got like what this. Yeah, I know. It's just one of those things. So,
okay.
Are your eyebrows on fleek yet, Indy?
No, but my wife's are. She gets them threaded.
Nice.
I just got my eyebrows threaded and tinted, and please tell me why it looks like they drew my face with Sharpies.
Look at that. Look at those fucking eyebrows.
No.
Oh, she's now surprised all the time.
Dude, she paid money for that.
This is my last.
I want to die right now. That's right.
This is the thing. The reveal is just
tinted.
perfect.
Please tell me why it looks like they drew on my face with Sharpies.
Yep, just with Sharpies.
She does look very surprised. Man, see?
She's like,
she looks like the bad guy, see?
Mercy. Oh, dude, that sucks. I'd be so pissed. Like any of those hair things where they fuck that shit up. You know, especially like you gotta fucking go on a date and shit. You're out. You go to a fucking dinner date out at the fucking shore, right? Like, you know, if I could full screen this shit any moment now.
Wow.
Hello?
What's going on, computer?
There we go.
Computer.
That's just too many tabs. This is Abrupt Chaos, one of my favorite subreddits.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, everything's fine. And now it's not. Now nothing's fine. Time to go. Time to go.
Okay. There's glass in my salad, sir.
It's just the lady doesn't expect it. That fucking poor old lady is like right next to that window.
Oh.
She just got fucking owned by that fucking wave. Like she fucking jumps out her seat and everything. Like
I'd like to.
She's fucking gone.
Time to go.
Time to
go.
Is the best line of that. Time to
I
go.
would definitely like. I would like to speak to the manager about this.
Speak to the manager.
I think the
fresh shrimp. Table 2.
What's for dessert? Nice. So they were doing the wave. Nice. What do we got? What is this? Oh boy. I see. Oh no, this is not the ending. Well. This is not going to end well.
Yeah. And you see the beginning. What happens in the middle? Door says, "I ain't having none of this shit."
Oh!
Oh! It definitely lands exactly where the corner lands exactly where you think it lands.
That is not Jimmy Door. That is Ouchie Door.
That is Ouchie Door. That is definitely Ouchie Door there.
Oh,
you know.
Oh, stop! Oh, the pain! Come on, part. You're gonna get it. You're gonna get this thing flagged.
It's the door goes with him. That's what's crazy. It's like
this is gonna get
the
flagged.
Door follows him out.
Oh my god!
No, he did it to himself. He was okay.
Pain. The pain, and he's okay, and he's all right.
He's okay. This lady's okay. She was fine after a short break. Just you know.
Come on. Come on. Is this photoshopped?
No, this is real. This is straight up. Like, this is recent.
Where's the rest of the ball?
Face. Yeah, it's in there as compressed face and ball. Just in case you're wondering if your kid should get into sports, you should also have them try rugby. Because rugby's a pretty fucking sweet game, apparently.
Oh my god. And Shaquille O'Neal mashing your face into the ground is a great idea.
He was having a fun time up until now. His face is what's funny. The fucking like Shaq's face. He just feels nothing right now. He's just like, "Whoa, what's up? This is what I do." Like, you know.
Well, the other guy's literally upside down. Upside down.
Yeah, the other guy's like, oh,
that guy's feet are straight up in the air.
The casual stiff arm. So, I don't know what this guy was thinking, but in Spanish, when you need to say "look out," do you know what you say? Aguas.
Oh boy.
Aguas. That's why we say it like that.
No
water.
He's gonna have some back pain in the morning from that pole.
Oh, dude, just woof like that.
The force of the water is one thing that hurts, but then
pole,
being thrown into the pole,
thrown into that pole,
just adds another element.
Oh, just crank, go on. Like
you didn't even see him, just his
anyway.
feet.
He's
That would
just
take your shoes
going,
off.
yep.
Him dirty.
So,
Oh
do you
my
ever
God.
seen like comedians that tell you like you shouldn't go get money at like 2:00 in the morning? Like don't go to
Yes.
the ATM. Nothing good, right?
Nothing good
Don't go to
after
the
midnight.
ATM
That's
at
right.
any time of day. If you're this guy, you should just give it up because you don't need any more. Oh God, oh. Like what? He's having such a
Wow.
bad day, dude. He's having a bad day. Oh, my beer. Oh, my beer.
Wow, that's a pretty impressive flip, though, I must say.
Yeah, I know.
Like, did it land straight up and doesn't break?
Straight up.
And then volcano shoots?
I
Like,
love
come
the lady
on.
behind him.
Come
The lady
on.
behind him is what's best.
Is that a
Like,
lady?
the lady behind him is just like, I don't know, or a
No,
guy.
that's a dude. That's
like,
totally a dude in a business, in like a button-down
in a
shirt.
business suit. But whatever.
And now he's gonna go back.
They might be.
Now he's gonna go back to
non-binary, we
the.
don't
No,
know.
he's gonna go back to the office smelling like beer, and everyone's gonna think he's an
Then
alcoholic.
go
on
back
top
to
of
the
it.
office. I thought you meant this guy for a second. I'm like, what office does he work at? And then I realized,
Yes.
this guy
the one
works
waiting
at the
in
office.
the one
the
waiting in
office
line
is
behind him to get.
Snosberries.
He just needed an AT. He just needed some cash so that he can go out to the bar later.
Yeah. I just need monies
Okay.
for snacks.
Wow. That's. Yeesh. He works from home. Nice, Darlene.
What he works from home. What do you think happens here? What do you think?
I don't know if those straps are going to be strong enough to hold. Would be my fear. But that's a foam pit, so I'm not too worried. But we'll see. Trust exercise. Oh God. Oh God. Oh God. It's a real trust exercise.
That's a trust exercise.
Oh my word!
What happened? She was it meant to me? It's meant to bounce, but none of the ones at the top.
No. It's the straps. Yeah. First of all, yeah. That I don't know if they just split or. Yeesh, that's for kids.
Like rated for children.
First of all, look at that. That's an indoor like Chuck E. Cheese type of place. Ouch.
Oh God.
Welcome, Ninja Shinobi.
Dude, what's wrong with your cat, man?
Oh, he's just drinking.
What's wrong with your cat? Has he been drinking?
Drinking off the whiskers. Come on.
Like, he's not getting any. What the fuck is wrong?
What are you talking about? It's running right down the whiskers and right into their mouth. What are you talking about? That's a perfect freaking distribution system. That's what whiskers are. Liquid distribution system.
Dude, that's just fucking hilarious. Oh, this fucking cockatiel is not having any of this fucking man's bullshit with the fucking anti-bird spikes. Fuck you.
What the?
Fucking tired of this shit. Down with the system. Down with the system.
Rage against the
Look
machine.
he's done. Fuck you. Fucking tired of this shit. Fuck
Dude,
you. That's all I got left.
I love this guy. Get him a show.
Oh, fuck you. I'm tired of this shit. This is fucking...
Get him a YouTube show. Great. Wow. Outstanding. Outstanding. Bravo.
Yeah, be that fucking bird.
Don't fuck with the bird.
Be that fucking bird. Especially with anti-people shit. Just fucking tear that shit down.
That's right. Just tear it down. I didn't see that.
Or get a cockatiel to tear it down, because they're not going to stop him.
That's right.
He's going to come at them like a spider monkey. Fuck that guy.
They can't put him in jail.
Kitty has found a worthy opponent.
Oh, the cutest thing ever.
Fuck you.
I'm going to fight you.
No audio on this.
I'm going to fight you. Oh my God. This is just. That's the cutest thing
I
ever.
could watch this. I could watch this on a loop forever.
Oh my god!
This is on my head all day.
We don't need audio. That's amazing. Just imagine. Oh, more kitty. Ow, ow.
Yeah, we gotta wait for it to replay. There we go. So fucking your fucking foot stank, bro. Oh god, gross. It's just bad. I can't even. God, it's so. Oh fuck you. I'm fucking out of here. Like this face, that one fucking kills me. He's just like, It took him a second. He had like flashbacks to fucking Nam after that shit. So it is the season, Indy, for chestnuts roasting on open fires.
Oh my god. Oh no. Stephanie, by the way, all the links are in Reef's Substack, which I just put the link up on the screen. reeferafterdark.substack.com.
So just copy paste it in the chat.
You can.
There you go, everyone.
Sure. Oh my god.
Normal cat. Normal cat. Yeah, fuck yeah, I want that shit. Give me that shit. This other cat. What? Fucking. I don't want that shit.
Could it have been choking on a hairball? It sounds like it.
Yeah, I think he was just upset.
You put a shrimp in front of me, and I got a freaking hairball in my throat.
That one's just crazy. Just oh my god, shrimp! Fuck yeah! You know, he's like, I don't like it. It's fucking gross. I don't like. Anyway.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
That's how you must feel after watching.
Oh, dude, that was us last night at 4:00 in the morning.
Yep. This is all of us. I like this. No one knows you are cat on internet. Like, what is that? What is that cat planning?
Are you kidding?
He looks like he's fucking.
That's what's his name.
Looking over his.
That's Matthew. That's Matthew Dimitri. Queen in Yellow. That is Queen in Yellow, I believe, come to life.
No one knows your cat on internet. He looks like he's like planning a fucking, plot to take over the world just from his little MacBook there. Yes, my plans are coming together.
Yes.
What else I got? This one just so epitomizes this part of the show to me, right? It's got everything: trampolines, water, and just terrible landings. Like,
oh my god! And he's okay. Maybe
that's when you hit the edge of that trampoline.
Well, you know what? Lucky he didn't hit a tree. Yeah. There was no tree in that one, at least.
Yeah, definitely no tree in that one. But I think we're pretty much done with boats crashing into other boats with 10 minutes to plug shit and everything.
I watch YouTube boats that smash into
everyone. Wait! I got one more.
Oh, one more. Okay.
I got one more. Right, shoot. I wanted to leave everyone with another headline.
Wait, it's today. Smashing. Hold on. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, this headline here.
Okay, an editor needs to be fired.
Yeah. Students get first-hand job experience. There we go. People took a minute to figure that one out. You don't need to read what you can let this be anything you want it to be. You don't have to read this part. Just read this part and just know Gail Rose is out here doing it.
Gail Rose, bless you. Thank you for making me literally pee my pants earlier today. Not literally, but almost. It was getting close. I was. Oh my gosh, that was just. Yeah.
But anyway.
Wow.
Boats.
So how about that? That was boats. So we're gonna go back to the two of us just hanging. Yeah, that was lots of fun. I actually got through the stories faster than I thought we were going to. That
was like perfect timing almost. So
that's newspaper. Yeah. What was that? That's newspaper worthy? Yeah, sure it was.
Yep. Let's eat, Grandma. Let's eat.
Some of these chats are great. Again, glad everybody was able to hang out tonight and follow all the links and all the things. Of course, Kofi bot. I mean, the night bot's been posting all the links in the chat to hook me up with a cup of coffee so you can hear me gulp next week. And just again, go watch Reefer After Dark. He did a stream last night with Angel Rivera. That was a good time.
Angel Rivera. Yeah. I don't know if I'm doing one next week because it's New Year's. We'll see.
Isn't it Christmas first?
But Friday it'll be
Christmas Eve.
Next Friday?
Friday's Christmas Eve, 24th.
Okay.
So we'll see, and then you got New Year's Eve on the 31st. So you got to see what you're going to do the next couple of weeks, whether you're going to do that maybe late Thursday after Warren's done, or what we're going to do there.
Yeah.
Check out indienews.network. Angel Rivera did just join. We're going to have a few more surprises in the next couple of weeks. Some other people that are going to be joining the network as well. We got some new shows, new channels. Wanted to announce that I'm actually going to be launching a new show called Friends of INN, and it's an interview show where I'm going to interview other content creators about their channels, about everywhere you can find them, about how they got started, about some of the things that are important to them, and some of the things that they're looking to accomplish out there in the space. And I cover so many of these people every week, and you see them on their channels and you see them talk about events, but what you don't really talk about is why they do what they do and what their vision is. So I want to give them a forum to do that and ask some questions as well. So this was a lot of fun. As always, thank you so much. Trust the birdie and follow and listen to what little birdies tell you, but always question everything.
Get the copy wrong every time, and I have to go, bye everyone. Keep listening to what little birdies have to tell you.
See that?
Good night.
Good night.
Good night.